What is going on, boys? My name is Crazy Pie. We're going to be talking about one of the most underrated weapons within Apex Legends. Now, this thing is seriously so underrated, and I never see anyone using it in the end of the game. But this thing is absolutely phenomenal in all stages of Apex Legends. No matter when you start, when you pick it up, even in the end of the game, if you pick it up, it's an absolute god, alright? It is so good. This gun is so underrated too, in my opinion. And hopefully, after watching this, I can get a little bit more people on the hype train for this gun because, let's be honest here, it's a good gun, it's underrated, and I want you guys to use it. So without further ado, we're talking about the P2020, alright? This thing is good, alright? It has a 100% ADS movement speed. If you don't know what that means, while you're ADSing with the P2020, you'll be moving at the exact same speed as if you were walking, alright? This thing is phenomenal in short range gunfights because you have that 100% ADS movement speed, which will allow you to strafe faster than the enemy. If you don't strafe already, start strafing in your gunfights, especially if you're going to be using the P2020, because if you're not going to be taking advantage of that 100% movement speed, then there's no point of even using this gun. It still is good, but it's really good if you use that 100% advanced movement speed. Now, if you don't know what a strafe is, for anyone out there, you know, that just wants to know what a strafe is, it's when you move side to side while you are aiming down your gun. The reason why it's so good at this gun is because it's the same speed as if you were walking when you're aiming down sights. So obviously it's going to be pretty good. Now, the reason this thing is so good as well is because you have the hammer point rounds. It does incredible damage if you have this hop up. Now, it's not as good if you don't have the hop up. It is still going to be very good in gunfights because you have that 100% ADS movement speed, but the damage is still pretty good if you're able to knock off enemy shield. And you guys can see here, I'm slaying with the alternator disruptor round as well as the P2020 hammer point round. These things go hand in hand because you have the disruptor rounds to A, take off the enemy shield, and then B, you have the hammer point rounds to quickly deal a lot of unshielded damage to your opponents. Now, moving on into the actual damage numbers for the P2020 here, you're going to be hitting them for around 13 to the body, which isn't very good, obviously, 19.5 to the head, which also isn't very good, obviously, and then only 11.7, so basically 12 damage every single shot to the legs. So as you guys can see here, it's basically a pea shooter, but once you get that hammer point rounds, you literally go from shooting peas to shooting watermelons, dude. Like, I swear, you get 37 damage every body shot when you have hammer point rounds, 56 every headshot, and then 33.3 every leg shot. So it literally gets boosted by like 2.3%, like 2.6%, I believe it is. I just did the math on my calculator. It's around 2.9% of a damage increase, which is really good. It's actually really good. If you can take off an enemy shield, you can pretty much headshot them in like 2 headshots, or you can pretty much knock them in 2 headshots after you've downed their shield. Like, if you find this thing in the very beginning of the game when no one has armor, or just before people pick up their armor, you're going to be absolutely slaying every single drop spot, because if you can push people, if they just started, they just dropped in the map and they don't have their armor yet, you can pretty much 3-shot people, right? Like, you can 3-shot people to the body with this thing, and it has an 8.5 shots per second fire rate, which is decently fast for a pistol. So straight up, this thing is an absolute gunfight machine, and it's not crutch, like it's not 100% meta, but it's very good because you have that extra damage when you're shooting at them to the unshielded damage with your hammer point rounds, and you're going to be very good in close range gunfights because you have that 100% movement speed. Both of those 2 perks on this gun literally just go hand in hand, and they allow you to pick it up, get those hammer point rounds, and just go absolutely murk people inside of the lobby. As well as the reload speed is very fast as well, so you can quickly keep on firing your shots when you're in the middle of a gunfight. It's only around 1.25 seconds for both the tactical and the full reload speed, so you're not really losing any time if you end up doing a full reload speed. And if you guys don't know here, a tactical reload is when you reload your gun if there's still ammo inside of the clip, and then the full reload is when there's no ammo inside of the clip whatsoever, which makes 0 sense logically, because either way, your character still takes out the mag and pulls in a new mag. Like, obviously they're not going to put bullets in the pre-existing mag, they just put on a whole new clip. So it makes no sense why they're different because it's the same reload animation for both, but yeah, whatever. It's 1.25 seconds for that, so it's still very good depending on which reload you're gonna do. But you only have a 10 magazine round clip, which does kind of suck if you're trying to hit them for unshielded damage, or for shielded damage, sorry, but if you hit them for unshielded damage, you're really only gonna be using 2 to 5 shots from that clip to kill them, depending on if you can hit your targets, so it's not really gonna be that bad. Like honestly, you can really get away with using this thing with just the hammer point rounds because all you really want to do is hit them for unshielded damage, so make sure when you're using this thing, you blast off their shield. I find that using a Peacekeeper is very good for this because you can hit them for that 110 to the body if you hit all of your pellets, that is, so instantly you'll melt their shield off, and then you can immediately switch over to the hammer point rounds on this gun and instantly melt their unshielded health. So it's very good. It's very good for gunfights too because you have that strafing advantage over your enemies. You can dodge more of their bullets while you hit your own bullets, which is very good. And all in all, this thing's just so underrated for what it can perform. Like, it's a very good pistol in Apex Legends, and I very enjoy using it. So I want you guys to go down, use it, come back to this video, tell me how you guys like it down in the comment section below. Go reply underneath my comment. Let's start a discussion. I'm super hyped. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I've been Crazy Pie. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, boys. It's just fire.